Good afternoon, traders. Today's the 18th of November 2010. It's 1:30 right now. I took a long lunch. Unfortunately, that's why I have to do this video quick today. The first thing I'm going to highlight you on is the trade of the day that I made. And I actually wasn't even watching the stock. It wasn't on any of my watch lists. But what I saw was yesterday's low. I'm going to switch to a 5-minute chart here. Was 1081, as you can see yesterday. And when we came down here, I actually trade off a 1-minute time frame. I just wanted to show you the 2-day chart. I actually purchased this at 1090, and I knew if we got over 1096, which was the close of yesterday, that I had a good chance of getting this trade back up to 1131. So I purchased 2,000 shares at 1090, and my stop was right here at 1080. Now, I watched it come down here, and this is where I started watching the tape, and I noticed that the tape was strong. After years of trading, you'll begin to do the same. If you guys know what I'm talking about, it was holding the bid. A lot of bids kept coming through and pushing this thing up. And every time it came up to 96 here, I felt it was getting a little bit stronger, and then it held this 89.90 level, which was where I purchased. Then the 50 period moving average started descending, and right here, that's where it turned up. When they got over this 97, I felt strong about this, and watching the tape, I sold right here at 13. I sold 1,000 shares, all right, and my stop was right here. I moved my stop to 95. So on that first 1,000 shares, I made $230. Now I'm still in this position, and I'm probably going to sell it here soon. If it could get back to 20, I'm not trying to make a killing. My offer's actually out right now to get hit at 20. Alright guys, I just closed out this LDK at 17. I sold it at the bid, and I made $270 on the second half, so that's a $500 profit right there. And it was basically a lunch trade. During lunch, I just went to the grocery store and got a sub, and I came back, and the stop held, and they pulled it back a little bit, but rammed it right back above the 50. I'm happy with this trade. Another thing I traded this morning was X. I was watching X yesterday. I had to switch to a daily time frame to show you why. Okay, this is what happened yesterday. You see where my mouse is? We were right above these moving averages. Let me zoom in for you. See, this was the 20, the 50, and the 100-day moving average. It was a consolidation in here. So, number one, that I knew there was a lot of demand in this area, so I was looking for a long today. And the futures bounced up today. The GM IPO, I suppose, helped that out a lot, and a few other things. But we did go up today, and now it's looking good. Looking from an intraday chart, I'm going to show you where I saw it. We opened up right here at 40.61, and we went right up to make a high around 46.44. So 46.10 to 40, that's a 30-cent move right there off the open. My alert is over the high, the first initial high of the day, guys. I cannot emphasize this more. You have to set your alerts here on strong stocks. Now I set my alert at 46.46. We hit it right here. I took long at market. I think they filled me right. Yeah, they filled me at 52, 46.52. And then I wrote it up, and I was trying to get hit at this 96, but that didn't happen. Then when I saw that there was some aggressive selling taking place here, I sold it right here at 76. So it wasn't a huge move. It was, what, 24 cents? But it was a nice scalp. All right, now Kohl's. I'm going to show you what happened here. I got long Kohl's. It was another high of the day trade, but it wasn't at 54. I actually got long at 54.11, and the high was at 54. So this is where I longed, and my stop was at 99. All right, the exact time I purchased it was 10:07, it says. So right here, this is where I purchased it, right at this high, and then they ticked it down, and they hit 54. and I got lucky that they didn't hit the 99, and they went up and they went to 32, and I sold it for a 17-cent gain, so right here at 54.28. And then they sold it down. And here's another trade that I like to incorporate. I'm going to go over this quick. Right, if you see a stock that's kind of strong but not really holding the bid and not just going straight up, then when I'm looking to get short here, let me show you this. Not only is it the trend line break, remember guys, I showed you in my previous videos, you got to watch these trend lines. This was a trend line break right here. So being that we didn't get up to our pivot at 54.43, I was already looking kind of to the short side. So we came down here, we didn't hit that, and we presumed down. I'm not longing right here at the pivot. I'm longing right here at the moving average. Once we went through the 50, we come up. This is where I'm getting short. Right here at 54.11, the same place that I got long. 54.11, and my target, of course, is 53.77, which is the open. Now, that's a 40-cent move, and it was specifically technical analysis trading. Just waiting on your position to develop and then maximizing profits. Alright, so now I'm just going to switch to what's happening in the markets today. And overnight, when the European markets usually open up, is where a majority of the volume's been coming through. And I know a lot of traders can't catch that, unfortunately, because I don't catch it either. I'm trading these U.S. market hours, but right as soon as we opened at 11.88 on the E-minis, and right out the gun we ran it to 11.98. A 10-point move, a 1% move is huge. We're up 20 points today, guys. Whenever you see this kind of volume, you want to be involved with it. And usually this time of year you will see a lot of moves like that because all the traders are back from vacation and stuff. Now we're looking at gold, and I have to switch to a 1 hour time frame for gold. And our major level, of course, is the 1350 psychological number, but 1351 is another level, so two levels combined. If we could hold above that, we could probably get some more buying, and we did hold this uptrend. Now I'm going to switch to the daily time frame for gold so I could show you a better glimpse, just like yesterday. What you see is the 50-day moving average is at 1334. We came down, we tested that, and then now you see they bounced it right off the 1334, and I actually have a level there. That's why you see this highlighted in this cyan color, and then they bounced it and they ran it up. So right now, short term, we have to be a little more bullish than bearish on gold, only because we're still above the 50. Now I'm not saying we can't pull back to this 1343 level, because that's definitely possible today. But if we hold over 1351 with a confirmed bid, we could probably get a move back to take out this high right here at 1377 around this level. So we'll just keep this on the radar. Now we're going to look at crude oil. And of course, crude oil got a bounce today. It's up over 2%. I told you 81.86 was the level yesterday that we needed to look out for, and if we got over that, we probably would get some more buying come through. That's exactly what happened. Sorry guys, it's 81.85. That's the level. And look, right as soon as they hit this level, they ran it up. So that was a really nice buy at 80.65. If I traded crude oil, I would have loaded up down here, because they're not going to. The whole purpose is to make us pay more money, to take our hard-earned money out of our pockets and give to them. That's a simple way of putting it. This whole system, life itself, is based on us paying 40% taxes, but then if you add the inflation from food at the store and drinks and everything, and then the gas prices rising and everything, and your rent and everything else, electric, and everything's raising, water, that's when you have to look and say, really, I'm keeping about 30% of my money. I'm giving them 70%. So that's a way of looking at it. I know that these politicians kind of think that they're our masters, and I don't even want to get into the healthcare situation. If you guys don't know about the healthcare, it's going to be mandatory that I believe it's the first of the year you're going to have to carry healthcare coverage. Even the small plan is going to be like $70 a month. I know people that are working part-time jobs that can't even pay their own bills. Now they got to pay $70 a month. I don't believe in this healthcare at all. But that's a little off topic. Let me just look at the dollar real quick. If you guys want to talk about any of that stuff, please message me. I'd love to have a discussion with it and see your point of views. And then we're looking at the dollar right now. And the dollar, we were bullish. And I'm going to look at the daily chart. Now we have to be a little speculative on the dollar. And the reasonings are this. Yesterday I pointed out that we were coming up to the trend line that dates back from that high we put in. And it comes all the way down, and we actually sold off right under it. We're trading at 78.73 right now, which is right here. And the 5-day moving average is still ascending, and we did bounce off the 50. We have some light volume today, but it's not fully done. We could get up to the 25,000 contract level, but the on-balance volume is turned down. We're going to see how this plays out. If we slip and get below this 50-day moving average, which is at 78.61, we could see a waterfall, little down move to 77.41, which will send the markets up probably to the 12.15 level. All right, guys, it's 1:45. I'm going to get back to trading now, and I'll just leave you with LVS before I go. And LVS looks like it rallied back up to this 47.01. It was a heck of a buy yesterday. Everything was a buy. When you saw that big down move, we hit 44.10. That's when people started adding their positions. Yesterday we closed at 44.89. We gapped up to $46. We gapped up $1.30. And then they straight gunned it and just ran up. So if we could hold above yesterday's high at 46.58 and then get a close above the open today at 46.74, LVS could be pushing higher. And tomorrow we might be able to see 47.54 get taken out and then move back up to 48. Good luck trading, guys. Have a great day.